You want to be growing up during the era of the black fucking plague? You want that? You think that's fucking fun? My friends, this is it. And by the way, this will be gone one day too, and I can't wait to come here in 7 years and be like, this? Fuck you, this is over, you suck. But this is it. And if you are not communicating about what you're trying to accomplish effectively here, and contextually differently in every platform predicated on how the consumer thinks about the platform when they're in it, AKA when a woman is on Pinterest and has aspiration of shopping and buying, her mind's in a different place than when she is on Facebook keeping up with her friends and media companies, and you have to storytell differently based on the mindset. The way you act and think at work is very different than when you go on a girls' trip for the weekend. Psychology, reverse engineering, macro understanding. This shit isn't happening by accident. I didn't make a funny fucking video and curse twice and everything miraculously happened. Yeah. So it might be time for me to start putting pressure on this narrative, which I enjoy. I like playing the I'm stupid at everything. I even did it in this talk. But I promise you, I'm gonna end up being way less stupid than people think when this is all done. Because the great thing about not giving a shit about what anybody thinks is very simple. Let me tell you why it's very practical for you to change your life and start pushing against that narrative. One of the two of you is gonna be right. Regardless of how you debate it in your head, either you're gonna be right and you're gonna be special and you're gonna make it, or your psycho dad is gonna be right and you're a loser and you'll never make it out of this town. But debating it over beers for 30 years is a fucking waste of time. What's way more interesting is to go out and fucking do and execute and stick it into people's fucking faces. 2 days ago, and it never ends, my friends, 2 days ago, Apple announced its show Planet of the Apps. It's one of Apple's original new shows. You can watch it through Apple Music, please do, because I'm in it. And there's 4 judges. World superstar will.i.am, world superstar Jessica Alba, world superstar Gwyneth Paltrow, and me. Super cool for me and my family. Next step in my career, more top of the line attention. Then they'll Google my name. Then they'll go to watch my stuff. Then I'll have more stuff. Then I'll figure out what to do with that attention. But here's the best part I took away from the announcement. A lot of articles written about it. Cool, cool, cool. But one really stood out. Planet of the Apps is a new show by Apple with judges Gwyneth Paltrow, will.i.am, Jessica Alba, and others. Best day of my life. There is nothing that makes me happier than having a chip on my shoulder. Chips on my shoulder have been the bellwether of my career. First chip was not being able to speak English in America because I was an immigrant and having 5- and 6-year-olds make fun of you for that. Great. Love it. Next is to be 4'11" your freshman year of high school. Perfect. Next is to get D's and F's in high school during the era where education was at its apex and entrepreneurship was at its low. And having every teacher and every friend's parent say that you wouldn't make it. Fucking perfect. And then going into your dad's liquor business and saying that you're not good enough, so you have to go into your daddy's store. Love it. And on and on and on. And with everything that I've got and everything that I'm at, still I get categorized as and among others. And I promise you, that's the way I always want it to be. No matter what I achieve, no matter where I go, being underestimated is the greatest gift. When you can make the mind shift and actually not care. When you can make the mind shift and realize the debate doesn't matter. Guys, the debate doesn't matter. What matters is the end result. What matters is the legacy that you leave. What matters is don't prove it to me, don't tell it to me over social media, show me. I love that, and I love that we're all so blessed to be living, and let me remind you, because there's a lot of media that tells you otherwise. Let me just say it, because data, like the last presentation, is just a funny thing. We are living in the greatest era that any human has ever lived in. We need to get grateful. Is there problems? Fuck yes. But it's all about alternatives. You want to be growing up during the era of the black fucking plague? You want that? You think that's fucking fun? Fuck. Sorry, shit scares me the fuck out of me. It's all about options. You don't like your job? Stop fucking crying. Go get another one. You're sad that you thought of Uber before they did it? Nobody gives a fuck. Everybody thought of it. Everybody's fucking complaining. Let me end with this, and then I want to get into our panel, which I'm excited for. Let me just end with this, because you need to understand what this means. Complaining. There are only two groups of people that will listen to you complain. The 3 to 4 loved ones that are most closest to you, and they love you so much, they're willing to listen to your shit. And group number 2, your other loser friends. Stop fucking complaining. Thank you.